last week. I think Thursday was the last time I went live last week, but I'm here today for my live, and I'm super excited for you to join me. I am right now on a Princess Alaska cruise. So if you guys can see out there just a little bit, let me see, I can show y'all a little bit. I thought I was going to do this live outside, but it is too chilly out there to sit out there, especially with what I have on. Because I am going to get off the ship, but I'm going to change into my jeans and my sweatshirt because it is, I think, 48 degrees outside, and we are in Skagway, Alaska right now. So, super excited. This has been such an amazing trip. I have enjoyed this cruise so much. I've met so many interesting people. It's been such a beautiful time. And so I want to tell you a little bit about me. I am a spiritual teacher, mentor, intuitive healer. For those of you that are scrolling, make sure that you drop down and that you like this video and that you share it, and you also hit the subscribe button so that you get notified when I pop on and do these pop-up lives, which I love to do. If you're following me any length of time, you know I love to do the pop-up lives, and I try to consistently go live daily. So if I'm not on holiday or traveling, I am live every day. So um, and I am also a psychic medium. I actually do sessions. I have sessions available that I do, 45-minute sessions where we do healing. We come together and see what it is that you need and that you desire to heal, to shift in your life. You get messages from spirit, messages from heaven as well sometimes come through because, as I said, I am a psychic medium. And I also have a spiritual development circle. It is Unlocking Your Psychic Potential Development Circle, and it is listed on Eventbrite, but I also will drop the link in the description of this video because what it is we meet weekly on Zoom. It's $100 a month or $25 a session. We meet weekly on Zoom, and we come together in community so that we can grow our spiritual gifts and abilities, our clairsentience, our clairvoyance, all of those things. We come together so we can grow those things and then also share in community. Because I know that for me, I desired to have a community like that when I was learning all this stuff. When I was growing my spiritual gifts and when I was learning things, I desired to have that type of community. And so I didn't have it. And so I decided to create it. For all of my, especially my emerging new healers, I created that because, like I said, it was something I desired to have and I didn't have it. I had to forge my own way, and I did. I learned a lot of by YouTube videos, which is why I do a lot of teaching on my channel, because I know that this is how a lot of people are growing and learning. And so for me, I thought that's the best way to do it. And so anyway, so that circle, Unlocking Your Psychic Potential Development Circle, is going to start in October. You can join and you can not join. I mean, it depends on how you want to do it. But like I said, it's $100 a month, which is $25 a session, because we are joining every week on Zoom for about an hour and a half. So if that is something that, you know, appeals to you, or if you've been looking for that type of circle and you like the way that I teach and the way that I connect and communicate with people, I would love for you to join me. So that being said, I am talking about letting go of the past. And so what that came to me as I started thinking, a matter of fact, I wrote in my journal, letting go of past constraints, because I started really, really thinking about all of the things in the past that I needed to shift and let go, and all the things that I have let go and shifted. So hold on, I think they're running a blender in the background here. So give me a minute, because you won't be able to hear me. Um, so when you are letting go of the past, because the thing of it is the past is gone. The only thing you can do is revise the past. Now, Neville Goddard teaches about revising the past and, you know, going back into past situations, and you can do this with anything. Go back into these past situations and revise them. And I shared from my own life that I went back in a past situation. I was fired from a couple of jobs. Matter of fact, I was fired from 2 jobs that I had at the same time, like within a week of each other. And I had both of them at the same time. And that should have actually told me at the time that that was not what I was supposed to be doing anyway. I was not supposed to be working like that because I had worked like that for decades. And I could feel the shift, and I could feel spirit just moving me and shifting me to come out of that. But I was struggling to keep it. And so I had to begin to really let go of the past so that I could grow and so that I could move and so that I can be, this person that I am, and so, but a lot of times when we are being nudged to let go of the past, it's for a better reason. It's because spirit is bringing us to another space. Let me know in the comments if this is registering with anybody here. Because the thing is, when you begin to let go of the past, why? Because you can't do anything but revise it. And when you revise it, honestly, what that does is it helps you in your mind and it helps you feel better. Because the situation that I revised was when I got fired. Like I told y'all, I got fired from 2 jobs, and these were the first time ever in my life that I ever got fired. So it hurt my feelings. It really did, because I couldn't understand it. Because typically, and it wasn't my work that was the thing. It was it was a hateful manager and a hateful director. And so I realized that, it wasn't about me, but it took me a while. Like I really went through something because I had never been fired. I quit many jobs, but I'd never been fired. And so that kind of did something to me. And so when I started to see that and I started thinking about it, I went back in my mind, in my imagination, in our beautiful imaginations, which is where we are supposed to be living anyway. Imagination is going to create your reality. And so I went back in my imagination and I created a reality around the fact that I didn't get fired. That not only did I not get fired, but I got promoted. I got promoted. I got to make more money. I got to do more things. That they congratulated me, that I got, they gave me a gift, a watch, or whatever. This is the way that I revised that thing. And you know what? It did help me feel better. And it helped me shift in ways that I didn't even see or realize. But because I was carrying that load of being fired, because it's something about being fired. It's something about being fired. Like I said, I have quit many jobs, but this time I got fired. And so I revised that thing. I shifted it and I said, no, that didn't happen. You know what I mean? And so when you revise it and shift it in your mind, that's going to help you to feel better about the whole situation, because honestly, that caught me in a different space and it shifted the way that I acted when I would go to get jobs and things like that, because it made me feel like I wasn't worthy. And so when I began to shift in that, and I began to, hey, thank you for joining, Riley. I began to shift in that, and I began to really understand that it wasn't about me. It wasn't about me. And what I needed to understand was I do good work, and I always have. And I have a good work ethic, which I have given to my children. My children have good work ethics. I'm really proud of them. you know However, there's something about that as well, because many times we think of good work ethic as we work, 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 work. That's how I was thinking of it. Or doing my job, you know over and above. This is what we think about. But now when I begin to look at it, and when I begin to let go of the past, I cannot let go. I'm 66. I'm a raving alcoholic and started drinking because in the 70s in Belfast, the only place that stayed open was the bars. My brother was a violent alcoholic in Peru. Shizo. You can let go. you can. You can let go. I mean, in your mind, you think you can't, but there has to get to a point where you start realizing that you can let go. I understand that, Richard. I understand it. And I'm not saying, I'm not negating, what you went through, but I'm just saying that there is a place where you can let go. But you have to make a decision, you have to set an intention, and then you have to do the actions that show up for you to do. You know what I mean? So it's not, I'm never saying that it's easy. It's not easy, but it has to be done because you can't, all you can do is revise it, but you can't fix it. You can't change it, nothing, because it's the past. That's why you need to let it go so that you can forge forward and begin anew. Because even at 66, you're not dead. You still can change. There's always time. And I know that people say that, once you're here and once you're there, once you did this, you can't change, but you can change. It is always a time that you can. However, you have to get it in your mind and figure it out that it is what you desire to do. Because when you want to do something, you're going to make a way to figure it out. When you wanted to have a drink, you made a way to do it. Regardless of if you had to walk to the pub or you had to do whatever you needed to do, you made a way. And you can do that in every area of your life. You can do it even in this area. You can stop. You can stop. And I have to qualify this and let y'all know that, I'm 55 years old. My husband is about to turn 65. And we have shifted so many things in our life. Now, one thing about it is because we have each other for support, that always helps. So you might want to make sure, see if you can get you some support. There's all types of programs, but a lot of times they don't work, but you can find something to help you. There are things out there. There is other people with YouTube channels that talk specifically about that. However, today I'm talking about letting go of the past, because guess what? It cannot serve you anymore. All you can do is learn from it. You can revise it and you can learn from it. And that is it. You gotta let it go. And really just begin to give yourself this grace. Because a lot of times, I can see in your comment that you're holding this thing so close to you. But you gotta let that shit go and give yourself some grace. And begin to show yourself the love that you've been wanting. You show yourself the love that you've been wanting, because many times alcoholism is because people are lacking love. Now, that's not always the case, but that is the case in some cases. So anyway, letting go of the past, let it go, just release it. And I'm not saying it, and I'm careful how I say it, because I know that, just like Richard, people are going through stuff. People have things that they've been dealing with for years and decades and all of that. And regardless, yes, it is. Richard, it is. I'm telling you, it is. You can shift it. I promise you. I've seen it. Now I've seen the opposite too, where, because what it is you have to find the hope. You have to find the hope. Nobody can find it for you. And I do. And I know, because I keep talking to people just to tell them. And I try to talk to the younger folks, especially because, like I said, I'm 55. I'll be 56 my birthday. And I have been through some stuff and I've seen some things, and I know some stuff. However, on this path and on this journey and really, diving into spirit, really like giving up on all the other craziness that was my life, just letting it go. And like I said, it's not always easy, and sometimes it takes many times. Like, I wish I could tell you that I decided to let go of the past and I let it go and that was it. No, there's a whole bunch of bullshit in there, a whole bunch of stuff, that I had to deal with, and steps that I took. And that's one of the reasons why I, share on this channel, because I know that there are people out there that need to hear this, need to know that there is support for you if you need support. There are all kinds of different things that you can do. There are treatments as well. There's also healing. There are healers. People do Reiki and all kinds of things. And these things are out there to help us. But the first step is you have to decide that you want it and that you can be helped. And that is what I'm thinking. It's like you decide that you want to be helped and you can be helped. The universe will conspire and send the people that you need. Likely you popped on my channel because the universe sent you here just to hear it. And I can hear you, and I can hear that you are just, that you're too broken, but you're not too broken. And I have to say that, and I'm saying that for everybody that watches. You're not too broken. You're never too broken unless you decide that you are. Because really it's up to us gonna do and where we gonna go. It's not just the society and all this stuff. Yes, society does play roles and parts. However, when you decide it's what you want, it's too many stories out there, and I am one of them. I decided that there were some things I desired. I decided that I wanted it, and you know what? It didn't seem any way for me to get it. Like I didn't have the money, I didn't nothing, I didn't have anything. But I decided, and even this channel, I decided to come on here and share this information and these things and stuff, and also give you testimonials of my own life and share my story, because you know what? That's who I know. I share about, Neville Goddard because I love his techniques and I actually do them. But I also love to share how it affected me and worked in my life, so that I can give you examples of real life, and now examples, 2024 examples. You know what I mean? So like when I talk about this stuff, I am so passionate because I know the shifts that I've seen in my own self. The things that I thought were impossible that are possible. The things I thought that, and I'm gonna be quite transparent right now. I thought that, like in a lot of ways, because I'm a woman, and also because I'm a black woman, because my family came from slavery, all of these things. So there were so many different, caveats around how I was doing, and the things that were happening in my life, and the things that was allowing, just because I felt that way, and I didn't realize it until I started going on this journey of healing, of really, diving deep, and of really, looking in my journal, because I have a journal and I write in a journal. I try to do it every day, and most days I get to it, but some days I miss. But it is the intention behind it is that I plan to do it every single day. But for me, I can't write in my journal unless I feel it. Like I am definitely tied to the feeling of, when I do almost anything. So, but anyway, letting go of the past is something that definitely we can do. I really feel like if we will do that, it will definitely shift some things in our life. Even alcohol, Richard, and even if it was drugs, even because I've seen people get delivered from all of that. And the thing is, but you have to decide. Are you gonna die tomorrow? Are you gonna die in 2 years or something like that? Do you plan to die in a year or two? If not, you got time. You got time. You got time. You can let that go and you can shift it. I promise you. So again, thank you so much for joining me, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure that if you are not subscribed, that you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you get notified, so that when I come on with new information, because I come on and I talk about the teachings of Neville Goddard a lot. I talk about Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings, and I relate them to everyday life and my life, especially give you stories and testimonials about the things that I have shifted in my life and how. I also talk about manifesting. I also cover the spiritual gifts, which is something that I truly love, and I know that we can all access. And I try to break these things down and open up the gates, and not be a gatekeeper, not do no bunch of spiritual bypassing, and just open up the gates. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And make sure that you catch my podcast that's going to premiere on tomorrow with the amazing Melissa Harry, straight out of Savannah. It will premiere tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time, right here on this channel. So make sure that you're catching that, because it's phenomenal, and it talks about a young lady that decided to change her life. And she's a holistic healer, and I love it. I love it. Oh, well, luckily my parents raised me to believe that your religion or the color of your skin was just down to your random birth. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. And thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for the conversation, Richard. And I hope that everything works out for you. Like I said, you can always comment. You can also send me a message if you like to, because I am here to help. So again, thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope that your day is magical. I'm about to go enjoy some more of this cruise. So, but I'll see you guys probably, maybe tomorrow, maybe not. If not, it'll be next week, because I wasn't coming on for the week. But since I was sitting here and I had some time, I thought I would come on here and share with you guys. So again, have a wonderful one and be blessed. And Richard, I'm praying for you. Thank you so much. Bye now.